Alright guys, so today we're going to be testing 5 different car products that I got off Amazon. But in order to do that, we need to bring the car into the garage. And then in order to do that, we have to start the car because the car has a dead battery. So in order to do that, we need to test our first product, which is it is Asperex, I think, jump starter. It's one of those like jump starter packs that are supposed to help you start a car. It says, supposedly, that it has 3,500 amps peak current, which I just don't believe that. It says you can start up to a 10-liter gas engine or an 8.5-liter diesel engine. So the appeal to this, or not the appeal, but like the reason I bought it was I was searching for the cheapest one on Amazon, and it was a tie between this one and another one. This one, to me, like it just looked better, but they were both $55. So I'm curious at that price point if it'll even work, because most of the other ones of these like jumper packs, I think were between like 80 and like 200. So this was significantly cheaper than some of the other options, which typically means if you get what you pay for, it's really not going to work that great. I already took it out of the box and charged it up, so we are sitting at 100%. Keep in mind also it is, I think, 28 degrees. The battery in the car is also, it's not only dead, I believe it is bad, and it's cold, and it hasn't been started for at least a month. So this is going to be the absolute worst conditions to test this thing in. So if this thing starts the car, I'm going to be impressed. All right, also, I forgot to mention, it is 4 o'clock in the morning, so I know this is going to be hard for you guys, but I need you to stay quiet. So this is our battery in question. We should be able to plug this into here. And then as far as I know, I think we just connect it. And then that's that. This side. Wow, these clamps are actually kind of tough. The light's blinking. It's blinking. Where it's blinking, it says correct. So I guess we just try to start the car now. Nothing. Okay, great. So maybe we push the boost button? Oh, that did something. Okay. Oh, I guess it only boosts for a certain amount of time. Oh, it's got a light. Okay, great. That's cool. I don't care about your stupid light. Start my car. Every time I push this, I'm assuming there's a relay in there and it clicks. So I assume it should be giving it power. Okay, great. Awesome. Alright guys, so before we go any farther, this video is sponsored by Manscaped. Manscaped has released the new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. So let's take a look and see what you get. You get the Lawnmower 5.0, of course, and it looks just as good as the 4.0. You get the skin-safe technology like you're used to, so you don't cut and nick yourself. It is waterproof, rechargeable with USB-C. On this model, you have 2 different lights, a yellow light, a white light, and then you can even turn the light off when on the other models you couldn't. So you have 2 different types of light. You also have a lock so that you can put this in a travel bag and it won't turn itself on and kill the battery. You also have 2 different guards. You have 3 different guards, so that you can trim at 3 different lengths. And then here is the real game changer. You get an extra attachment. So you have your normal trimming head with your different guards, but then you also have, you can pop this thing right off, and then you also have this attachment, which just clips right on. So on this new attachment, you get 2 skin-safe blades to cut through thick, coarser hair. Then in the middle, you have a foil blade that cuts as close as a regular razor. So you have lots of trimming options. You also get a nice travel bag. So if you're interested in the Lawnmower 5.0, You can click the link in the top of my description, use code TUBE, and you will get 20% off. So here's the deal with the car. I wanted to have the car in the garage for the rest of this video to do these tests, but it's now been 2 days since I tried the jump pack, and I put the car on just a regular battery charger for 2 days, still completely just as dead as it was whenever we started. So the battery's bad, so we're just gonna have to like pretend that we're inside of a car. Maybe you guys can pretend we're in like a Ferrari or something to kind of spice things up. But luckily, we do not actually need the car to do the test. It was just going to kind of be an aesthetic piece, I guess. So let's move on to our next product. This supposedly is a solar car fragrance thing. It is supposed to be a helicopter. I'm very curious what this scent is going to be, because I don't think... Well, it's all in Chinese, so I don't know what it says. But at least I can't read that it's what scent it's supposed to be. Oh, that's not good. Why is there all that black stuff on the inside? As if, like, something exploded. Man. Whew. As soon as you open that box, I can smell the scent. Luckily, they included a bottle of it. What's going on here? It's like glued in place. French perfume is, I guess, what the scent is supposed to be. Woo! Man, you put 1 drop of that in your car, it's gonna stink for months. That's rough. It comes with a little pipette. I'm a little bit confused because wait a minute. So the smell that was in the box, it was leaking from this. Because this doesn't have anything on it. This is just like a wooden piece. That's crazy. What I'm confused about is why... It's supposed to be solar powered. Regular lights can do solar powered things, right? Oh, it even has a plastic cap on it, and it still stinks. So I wasn't even getting the full effect. Oh, man. Whew. Whenever I held it up to my nose, it smells just as strong now from this distance with the cap off as it did when I held it right up to my nose. And it's on my hand. It smells like, for those of you that are wondering, it smells like a very, very, very old grandma perfume, but like a very, very, very strong version of it. Almost like, I don't even know, like an acidic version or something. Okay, that should be more than enough. We don't need any more where we're going. So I guess it just sits there and puts out... I thought, the way the pictures looked, I thought this thing spinning was supposed to, like, I don't know, help waft the scent or something. Can a flashlight help? That's so cool! So I guess the lights I have right here just aren't powerful enough. So we can... Oh, that kind of sucks. The blades don't provide any air movement at all. So I guess they don't help at all with wafting the scent. Actually, you know what? Maybe they do kind of help, because I think I'm smelling it a little bit stronger than it was before. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna stop that, because it's really making the place stink. So yeah, that is the solar car fragrance helicopter thing. If the scent was better, it would be pretty cool, because I wouldn't mind having that on my dash, because it looks cool, but that scent is just unbearable. You gotta get a different scent or something. That's crazy. It smells like a nursing home mixed with like an old grandma perfume. That's exactly what it smells like. So this next car product is going to be best shown to you with the lights off. So this next one, what you do is you put this inside of your back glass, your side glass, somewhere like that. And then whenever you're on the interstate or on the road, somebody makes you mad, you just hit a little button and... Isn't that so cool? You can just really let somebody know how you feel from the inside of your car. And then it also has this, which I'm not exactly sure what that's for. Maybe to like wave or something. So you can wave, and you can give them the old... Anyway, I thought that's a very short and sweet review, but I thought that was so funny. It has a little Velcro that you stick on the glass, and the remote even has a little Velcro strip on it. You could even go like back and forth if you wanted to. I guess maybe if you were... Oh. I guess maybe if you were undecided of which one you wanted to give them. I'll definitely have a link to this in the description. So let's move on to the next thing. Alright, so our next product, something I didn't even realize existed, is a 12-volt heated blanket for your car. Now, I didn't even know this was a thing because I didn't know your car could output enough amperage to like even do something like this. And this one, so most heated blankets that like you plug into, you know, a wall, like a normal heated blanket, will have, you know, heat settings and whatever. This one is just, it's on, and that's it. That's all you get, on or off. We're going to use the EcoFlow to power it so we can see how many watts it pulls. All right, we're on. What are we pulling? 45 watts? That ain't bad. That's honestly not bad at all, to be fair. Although I don't feel no heat. At all. I can feel the little wires that run through it. I guess it takes maybe a while to heat up. Let's come back in like maybe 20 minutes. See if it's heated up. So, I know I said we were going to wait 20 minutes. It has not been 20 minutes. It has been about 45 or so. And this blanket is not even... It's the slightest bit warm. A tiny bit. For instance, it is 70... Oh, there's a little hot spot there. I guess right here specifically it's 85. But everywhere else it's 78-ish, 75. I mean, the surface of the table is 70. So there's only an 8-degree difference between... Actually, let's see what it is under. 75. So the regular table is 70. Under the blanket is 75. Oh, 76. So not that good at all. So what I'm thinking is let's fold this thing up. Okay. Maybe, you know, add a little bit of insulation just to see if maybe, I don't know, see if we can get some heat to build up inside of it. Let's fold this thing up. Let it sit like this. And then I'll probably let it sit for maybe like an hour, and then we'll come back and we'll see what is, if there's any heat in the center of it. The end kind of feels like there's a little bit of heat there. I wonder if it's very inconsistent. No, it's 78. So it's been about another hour. Oh. Let's see. We're getting somewhere a little bit. I think that's got to be about as hot as it's going to get. 130-ish degrees. I mean, I'm going to be honest. That does not feel like 130. Or at least that's not what I would think 130 would feel like. Whenever you stick your hands in here, it feels like, okay, this blanket is starting to warm up. Is about what it feels like. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is at max capacity, and I had to fold it over on itself to get it to do this. I'm going to go ahead and say that this blanket is not going to be worth it. It wasn't very expensive. It was maybe, I think, $30. So maybe if you, I don't know, maybe if you were like car camping or something and you put this inside of a sleeping bag, maybe you'd be all right. It'd keep you pretty warm. But if you were going to use this, like say if your car didn't have heat or the heat was broken and you had this stretched out and you were trying to like put this over you to like stay warm while you drive or something, I don't see that really working out at all. Especially if the drive is shorter than 20 minutes probably. I mean, it's just not even going to be worth it. Moving on. Last but not least, something that I cannot believe I have never tested on this channel before is an electric lunchbox. So we should be able to just plug this in, and it should cook food, or at least, well, not cook food, but warm things up. So I know it's supposed to like warm things up, but I don't know to what degree. Like, is it going to make it hot, or is it just simply going to make it just a little bit warm? Like maybe if you throw in, I don't know, like we're gonna try a can of chicken noodle soup. So is it just gonna make the soup lukewarm, or is it actually gonna make it like hot? If it makes it very hot, I have another idea that I would like to try that I think, if it works, would be really cool. This is gonna be our first test. We're just gonna pretend like we're getting ready to go to work in the morning. We're gonna dump in some chicken noodle soup. I could have easily put 2 cans in there. It's got a little thing here for the steam, to let the steam out. How many watts is it pulling? Oh, it's like trickling up. Well, that's interesting. 60. Jeez, 80 watts? All right, so I think 80 watts is about, yeah. 80 watts is about the max. So that's what, like double what the electric blanket was. So this thing actually might get pretty hot. I guess we'll just come back and see. So it's only been about 25 minutes, give or take. And I can see little bubbles on this like steam thing. And I can feel a little bit of steam. And the whole thing itself feels hot. So I think we might be... Oh, there's a lot of steam. Okay. I was thinking maybe we might be almost done, but we might be done. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, we are. It is hot. All right. Man, that hurt. This thing says it's only 160 degrees. I tell you what, that didn't feel like no 160. Feels like boiling water is what it feels like. Let me get a regular thermometer. See what this is. Oh, actually pretty close. 180, basically. That feels like 180 to me. Soup temperature. See what the noodles. See what the noodles say. Ooh. A little on the hot side, but not too bad. So, since I do know this thing now gets very, very hot, I have one more thing that I'd like to try. So, next thing that we're going to try to do is we're going to try to cook a perfectly moist strawberry supreme cake inside of the electronic lunchbox. How are we going to get that out of just this? Do they not include icing in these boxes? Is this all I get, just powder? I mean, I know I was supposed to have water, eggs, and oil. Okay, so I was hoping that there was going to be icing in there, but I guess, I guess the bag is also busted. Whatever, so I guess we don't get icing. So we need 3 eggs. Alright. Now, I'm sure most of you are probably asking yourself, or you're saying to yourself, I didn't know you baked cakes. I didn't know you knew how to bake. Well, I got news for you. I don't. And I haven't. I think the only cake I've ever baked was the one that we cooked in the microwave that turned out to be like a brick. Ooh, look at that. Okay, that's going to be a disaster. I just realized, I hope it's whole eggs, not egg whites. Hey, 3 large eggs. Half cup vegetable oil. I have avocado oil. They're basically the same thing, right? Half cup. Seems right to me. 1 cup water. I have this for the water, but I don't have a way to measure it. So I guess I'm just going to kind of stir this up and then add the water as I think I need it. I wonder if, since maybe this is supposed to be cooked in an oven, and this is not an oven, I wonder if it should be a little bit more liquidy. No way, did I get that perfectly on the first try? I mean, isn't that a good consistency? And I just completely guessed the oil and the water. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. Man, I'm good. I should become a baker. So I think what we're gonna do is maybe like 1/3 of it, like 1/3 of the pan. I don't know how much this stuff is gonna how much is gonna like rise up. All right. So if this works, imagine this. Imagine you could just put cake batter inside your lunchbox. You could have 2 lunchboxes. One with lunch, one with dessert. I'll plug it in. Let's go. Let's let it sit for, I don't know, like maybe 30 minutes. Nah, probably an hour or so. Then we'll check on it. All right, and we're off. So it's been about, I think like 3 hours. Let's see what we got. Oh, I checked on it at the like hour mark. Yeah, like hour mark, and it was just kind of like a goopy soup. And then I checked on it at the 2-hour mark, and it looked a little bit better. And here we are 3 hours. That honestly looks pretty good. It feels good. All right, let's see. Okay, the bottom's a little bit burnt. That's good cake consistency. Actually, that's a little... That might be a little bit too underdone. But the sides here... That looks good. Hey, that tastes like cake, and that tastes like good cake too. Has a really nice strawberry flavor. That's really good, actually. I might eat this whole thing. Hey, that's cake, and that's good. All right, so you can cook a cake. That's actually pretty cool, because you could pour in batter in the morning, plug it into your car, and like say if you were a truck driver, pour batter in here, plug it in, drive for 3 hours, and whenever you get done, boom, you have a cake. How cool is that? So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Now, for those of you that are still here, I'm going to confess to you, this did not get cooked inside of this electric lunchbox. I did let the goop sit in here for like 3 hours, and it did nothing. It turned into a warm goop. So what I did was I took this part out of the thing, and then I just put it in the oven and then just cooked it like normal. And then did my little joke. So now, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.